Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So here we are, almost at Christmas. I think we only have one. How many more sleeps? I don't have many more sleeps, but I think we have one more Wednesday. Not sure, but I think so. Gosh, it's coming quickly. Good morning, Michael. Hi, Lori. Good morning, everybody. Anyway, so I asked everybody to let me know what they wanted me to paint today, and I wasn't quite feeling holiday anymore. I feel like I started so early that I'm ready for it to be over. Not the whole holiday part of it, but the painting of holiday things. And other years I've sold tons of my artwork, my holiday artwork, but not so much this year. Good morning, Diane. I saw you got some good orders on your ornaments this year. But yeah, I haven't sold as many, so I have kind of a little bit of a surplus, and that feast and famine of making art is crazy. Like sometimes I'll think I have too much art, which I don't usually have too much of it. Sometimes I have too much, and I'll start to kind of cut back on what I'm making, and then all of a sudden it'll go, and then I feel like I don't have enough art, and it just is a vicious cycle. Anyway, it's hard to not get emotionally attached to if things are selling or not selling, and I think it's just the universe, not necessarily what I'm doing. But I've been playing a lot with doing some abstract stuff. I did a big abstract this past weekend because I needed something for my mantle for the holidays, and it turned into a poinsettia. I mean, when I started it, that wasn't the intention, but it went on its own journey. So I called it an abstract floral, but my friend Cher wrote to me and said, I don't think that's an abstract. I was like, well, it started as one. And if you look at it up close, there's abstractness to it, but I kind of love that. Anyway, long story short, here I am talking about nothing. Let me turn my camera around and show you what I was thinking. Good morning, Sandy in Colorado. I'm going to paint this. I had done a food challenge, I guess it was last week, and I painted candy canes, and it was fun. And I have this photo from a couple of years ago, and I love it because I just took 2 candy canes and made them into a heart. I want to try and keep it loose, which is always a little tricky with things like tight subjects with straight lines, but that will be my goal. So I really just need to, oh, and did you see, I painted these too. I found these when I was away for the weekend and bought 2 Pez and painted them, and love how they turned out. They were really fun. So I had them here. It's kind of my Christmas decorations this morning. Hi, Allie. How are you? Welcome. Okay, so I need to mix reds, really reds and whites. I don't know. I think I might do like a green and I was trying to think of a different color to do in the background as my transparents, other than what was I going to say, green, but the green is so great because it's the reds complement, so I think that's what we're going to do, green. And so I only have a few colors out here, but I need to mix some reds and some shadow colors and whites today. The Pez art were fun to do too. A little challenging. Straight lines are always, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn this light out. I remembered last week. Pez are straight lines. Anything with really straight lines, it's hard not to paint tight. And I think the goal is to paint it tight-ish, like have some of the lines of it straight and not worry about others. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. Having a sip of my coffee. So I need all shades of, I'm going to mix my colors down here and keep them up at the top. I've been having a lot of fun. I save when I'm finished with my painting, and if I have time, I will take my colors and make an abstract painting with them. I've been really having fun with that because I'm trying to, I don't know, play. I want to have some time of play in January. That's my goal. Okay, that's a fabulous red. And now I need to go to some lighter reds. Let me see. Michael says, I saw the Santa Pez at Barnes & Noble yesterday and thought of you immediately. You captured his face perfectly. Thank you. Yeah, I got it in a cute little, a little market in Cape May when I was there a couple weeks ago. Saw it on the shelf and I was like, that would be so much fun to paint. the other ones, I think they're like a reindeer and something else. That didn't appeal to me as much as the Santa and the snowman. Barnes & Noble. I drove by there yesterday, and I want to go to Barnes & Noble. I think it would feel like Christmas in there. Do you ever feel, those of us who aren't as young, like it's hard to feel like Christmas when you can't go shopping? Isn't that weird? I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing, or I'm going to use a little off-white here. I don't want too stark of a white in when I lighten my red way down. But like, I think if I went into Barnes & Noble, it would feel like Christmas, because I'd see Christmas. Oh, I should move it out of that dot, right? I don't know. Sometimes I know that Christmas and shopping aren't supposed to be synonymous, but yet they are, because that's where the music is and the decorations and all the all the buzz. Oops, I dropped something. Okay, so now I need shadows. I'll do like my light areas. So the white areas that's in the shadow. So I'll take this, and I put out this is like a French raw umber. I'm just going to put a teeny dot of that in my white. I have this is a fun color too. This is a Vasari Terra Verte Briantanico. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. You'd think, having been to Italy, I would know how to say these words. But that helps just push it a little not so white. Kind of makes it more of a shadow color. So I love that. I'm going to leave that here and make it just a little darker with the same two colors. Oh, that's really nice. I don't usually mix dark to light, or light to dark, but whoops, it's bouncing all over the place. Do it one more time, darker. Add a touch of manganese blue hue in there. Sometimes when I'm mixing a color and it looks a little flat to me, like it doesn't look like it has pizzazz or energy or personality, it just looks flat, I'll mix in a whole completely different color, and that'll often be what it needs to kind of throw its personality in one direction or another. And sometimes it doesn't even matter to me what direction that is. It's just to push it a little bit. There, that's nice. And then maybe that's pretty close to that color. Just a little bit lighter. Michael said the one I went to yesterday was huge and had so many cute little gifts. Oh, that would be a good place for stocking stuffers. Maybe we actually do have that in Lancaster. Maybe I'll have to go to one of those today or tomorrow. Oh, wait, did I miss a comment? Did somebody else write to me? Thought I missed something. I'm looking back here. The feeling of shopping and giving to others is absolutely part of the holiday feelings. It is. It absolutely is. So I was talking about these, it's called Natural Pigments, the company, but these Rublev colors. I finally got myself some new whites. This one is called Venetian White. I got Venetian White. Oh, look, I'm all messy. I was playing in my sketchbook already this morning. I had like an extra 5 minutes and had to do something in a titanium white, but I'll show you here, because I'm probably going to use that white for the background. Let me pull some of it over. Like, look how creamy that is. It's just a really nice creamy white. I think I'm going to throw just a teeny bit of this manganese blue hue in there, just to cool it a little bit. It's my background color. We'll see how it goes. Oops, it's getting pink in there too. I like that. And then I need to put out a little bit of my liquid. Oh, almost out of that. I just placed, no, I did. Yes, I did. I just placed an art supply order. Little Merry Christmas to me. Get some new stuff. Did I miss anything? So where's everybody listening from this morning? Does anyone know if this is oil or acrylic? This is oil paint. I do play around with both, but today when I do my Wednesday morning lives, oil's what I'm most comfortable with. So I'm going to pull this up here. Thanks, Bobby. Yes, it's oil paint. Delicious, buttery oil paint. Okay, can you see that okay? I feel like I can't get my phone over there. From Minnesota. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. Langhorne, PA. That's not far from me at all. I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There we go. That's perfect. All right, let me get a sip of my coffee, Virginia. And I have to get a bigger brush too for my background color. Frisco, Texas, Katy, Texas, Chicago, Illinois. Very nice. Okay, so what I do is I put down transparent color as my first layer. Kind of get maps out where things are. So I kind of have an idea of where I'm headed. Part of, I think, creating art is maintaining confidence through the process. It's kind of one of the challenging parts of it. I did get some new candy canes, but I just realized I didn't photograph them yet. But there's always next year. Benton, Arkansas. It's such a small amount of paint. Are you painting on paper or canvas? This is an ampersand gesso board, so it's a smooth surface. And, because it's a 6x8, so something small. And with oil paint, you really don't need a lot of paint. I do find like when I paint with acrylics, I go through a lot more paint. It's less expensive, but you go through it faster. Although some of the paints, I did buy some new paints today, and they were not cheap. Well, nothing's cheap right now. Let me see, did I miss anything? Christine from Wizard Lake, Alberta. What a fun name. Three Lakes, Wisconsin, St. Augustine, Michigan, Alley in Queens, New York. Yes, this is an ampersand gesso board. A flat, smooth, gessoed panel. So I've been finishing up my shipping of people are buying any of my ornaments and my paintings. So it's kind of exciting that we're getting to that. I feel like the season went quickly. I have a few more ornaments left in my shop. I still have a few more calendars if you want to have my artwork in your universe for the year. And I also have some paintings that aren't holiday in case you want to gift something, although the holiday ones are fun to keep out all year long anyway. Now I don't want to get too tight and worry about exactly what I'm doing here. So for the shadow area, I don't have a color out here. I'm going to do a little ultramarine blue as that shadow just for fun because we're going to keep it bright and cheerful. Not be too precious about it. That's nice. Okay, the shadow is on this inside. And doing a reference where you can see the shadow makes all the difference in helping it look dimensional. So I have to make that red come down a little more here. Or that one goes shorter, I'm not sure which. I guess I can decide that later. Okay, this shadow. That's reckless, crazy bright. That's right. Got a lump there. I don't want that. I'll just wipe that right off of there. Check the length of this. I think this needs to come down a little more. And let's do a background color, and then I'll do the pigment sticks. I need a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having this morning, coffee or tea? I'm having my Fat Cow coffee. I think I'll do green at the top and go to kind of blue at the bottom. Keeping it loose. Not precious. Cafe. Coffee. I do love my morning coffee. I just have the tiniest little coffee pot. It's a little Mr. Coffee, and it makes what says it's 4 cups, but you know, not American cups, that's for sure. Maybe 4 cups if you're in France. To me, it's 1 cup. It pops now with the added outer blue shadow. Yeah, that makes all the difference is the shadow. If I painted it with no shadow, it would be harder to make it look dimensional. I want to really, like when I put my pigment sticks in here, I want to let it be a little crazy. Try and maintain the crazy throughout. It's like I'm always trying to push myself to be looser and more spontaneous in my art. And I always say it's like 1 step forward. No, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I hope it's not the other way around. That would not be good. Let's blend that little, just like that. All right. Paris tea, Ellen. What's that? Is it a kind of tea? I've been learning to like tea. All right, I'm getting out my pigment sticks. I'm ready to go back to Paris. A little bit of a wait. So is everyone ready for Christmas? Are you using synthetic flat brush? Yeah, I think it is synthetic. I don't think those sable brushes, I don't like them. They're a little hard or something. Maintain the crazy is what I said. Yes, that's my goal, is to maintain the crazy. Yeah, let's go. I love that you just said that to me too. We're really going to push the crazy then. See if we can maintain a little reckless crazy. What are pigment sticks? These are, it's oil paint in stick form. I'm cleaning off. It gets like a film on it because I don't keep them in. I should keep them in like a sealed container, but I need to get one. I said Target yesterday. You think I would have thought of that, but they're oil paint in stick form, so they have a little bit of wax in them. But they are just buttery, and I just use them in this layer to kind of keep my painting loose. Not kind of, it totally keeps my painting loose. I have a green, I have 2 more that I'm going to use. I started using them really just to loosen up my style a little bit, and they're just pure fun. And then my red one. Some of them are a little soft. Okay. A little more green in here. Just let the green bleed out to the background. 'Cause why not? All right. That looks really fun, doesn't it? Now my goal is to keep it loose like that, keep that feel, but finish it off. So, and someone had asked me one day, and I want to eat a candy cane. I don't ever want to eat a candy cane. I guess that's a blessing, right? I don't think I've ever liked candy canes. If it was chocolate, I would want it. But not a candy cane. So I want to let some of these colors, some of that crazy, reckless, crazy fun that I put down there, I want to let it show in the end. I don't want to get precious with my edges. Okay. Yes, is everyone ready for the holidays? We're just figuring out the guest list. That's always a process to see who's coming. We usually end up, and I don't have a big house, but we usually end up with between 20 and 30 people here. I'm trying to think if I should do my background right now. Maybe I should at least start doing some of my background. I'm going to use a... Good morning, Emily. I was going to use a bigger brush, but not yet. And I want to let my... I don't want to do too much with this brush. I'm going to get too tight. You can already see me being tight. All right, I'm getting the larger brush. So if you were my student, that's what I'd tell you to do. See how the background color, that transparent color that I have back there, really, I need a little bit more of my white. Really picks that up, which sometimes can be a little lumpy looking. Whoops, I'm getting that all over my iPad. It's not like that's the first time it's got paint on it. So Allie, I guess you're all finished painting store windows now, right? Or in your neighborhood. I love your murals. They're so fun. That's like old-fashioned Christmas too, to see that. That's like part of the fun stuff. Like I haven't been to New York for Christmas in years. I'd love to do that. Something very magical about that. Gosh, I used up all that white already. Isn't that crazy? 8:24, we're good on time. No worries. I love Allie's windows. That's physically tiring to paint that like that, isn't it? They wanted me to do that in my town here, and I've always thought about like in our community park, but before COVID, I was going to do it, and then it kind of just fell off my radar. But I don't know. It's a whole different kind of art to be able to do that. I don't want to get real tight with it. I'm not sure if I like how much I see the color variation in there or not. That could go away till we're done. And infuses her windows with so much spirit. It sure does, Irma. That's right. That's a really good way of putting it. And Allie, you sent out a lot of artwork yesterday, didn't you? That's amazing. So fun. It's a little crazy. I think it's that the green's so bright, but I can always quiet that. I say that, but I'm not sure if I can or not. Or I might like it in the end. So maybe I need to get myself back. I need to work where my shadow meets my whiter area, and then I need to go and work on some of the candy canes. I want to blend this shadow and this shadow. That didn't blend. I got a line there. Let me go back over that. Yeah. That's a little crazy looking. Okay, I'm going to go in and work on the candy cane a little bit because I can't quite assess if that background, I could always wipe some of that off if I don't like it in the end, but I can't quite assess what it looks like with so much going on. It's definitely in the messy middle stage, which almost always happens. I do love all those colors. It looks crazy. Yeah, New York. Ellen, you went up to New York, didn't you, just recently? You went up to see a show. I have to put that on my list for next year. Although I don't really love it when it's like so crowded, like at this time of year, but going to see the Rockettes would be fun. I haven't done that since Emily was little. I don't think Isabel's ever seen that. Oh, Izzy's coming home from college today. That's fun. All right, I need to sip on my coffee. Okay. Now I can do. I'm gonna do my shadow part, kind of my white areas. And I always save my lightest lights for the very end. So that's what keeps them clean. Ellen said not too busy last week in New York City. Oh, midweek. Oh, that probably would be key. That's a great idea. Yes, because if you go on a weekend, it's crazy, crazy. That's a really good idea. So the shadow is on this side, so I want this side to be just a little bit darker. Same way with this side. And even in here. colors in there. Okay. Okay, now I need... starting to look a little more dimensional. And the trick is to do this, but not lose all that whimsical color that's happening. Just enough to have a hint of it without it being too crazy. Is there anything, such thing as too crazy? I don't know if there is. I love it when it looks a little outlandish. I'm not looking. Did anybody write to me? I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention. Kind of lost in the moment here. So what are you going to use to bring up the plastic wrap? I'm going to use pure white, I think. That's what will make that pop. I'll do that at the very end to make sure I don't have any white showing in here. I guess I could go. I feel like I need to wipe this a little bit, and I'm afraid it's a risk, but it's only 8:30, so I'm going to wipe this just a little because I feel like I have too much paint on there. And it's too busy. It's like I want the candy cane to be what you really look at, and because I have so much going on with all this in the background, I want to quiet my background a little bit, and I already have so much paint on there that it's not, I'm just going to keep making it worse. So just take some away, and hopefully that will do what I'm wishing. Maybe, maybe not, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's how you learn. Helen, you forgot it was Wednesday. I'm glad you made it. Wednesday it is. This is what I would be doing even if you guys weren't hanging out with me today. I don't know if I'd be painting this. I'm not sure, but maybe. This is fun though. See, that already looks better. It was that it was too much of that color coming through in the background. I wasn't loving it. Sometimes you have to figure out what you can do to get it to look the way you want it to, and whether that means wiping off paint that you already had there, and that's what you try. Because it's not critical, it's just a painting. If I mess it up, just throw it away. That's the best part. No pressure. Yeah, that's quieter. Now I need a little differentiation. There's shadow up here. And the candy cane. Let me see what I can do with that. Oh my gosh, that's so much better, isn't it? I'm glad I didn't leave it the way it was. Yes, it was a good call. All right, I have to clean my brush off here a little. When you're adding, see, I was working around the red there, so I got color on my, I need to clean that out. Bonnie says, I really like your use of colors beyond red and white, Kim. Thanks, Bonnie. Yes, I love playing with color. Oops, I still have stuff on my brush. Now, I don't want to get all perfect with this either, but to get it just enough that, yeah, see how that background was too busy before. It was distracting from the reckless crazy of. That's better. Maybe just a little bit in here still. I'm blending more than I should too. I always say put down your brush stroke and leave it. And am I listening to my own advice? No? All right. That's good. Now I'm going to get a smaller brush back out. Let me see. So I need some more. Am I ready to go with my light colors? I'm not sure. I might be close to ready. I'm going to get a smaller brush, even smaller, and go in and do some of my lighter light colors in here. I see something I don't like. Hold on 1 minute. This looks it's a little wonky up there. That's better. All right. Sorry, I'm like thinking hard now because I'm putting in more details. It's better. It's coming to life, yes. I love this part of seeing it come together. So my trick is not to get rid of all the whimsy. Just do enough to pull it together. Keep all those colors. Maybe a few too many colors, but that's all right. Oops, no wait. Oops, I got a little in the wrong shape there. That's okay. I don't want to be tight about it. I feel like the one on the right's just a little wider than the one on the left. A little less dimensional. I think I need to just come down here and do this. As I hold my breath. Soften that edge that I made. That's better. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's very fun. All right, I just need to look for some more of my lighter lights, and then I can work on just the most highlightest of highlights that I didn't do yet. Oops, got too much on my brush. It was hanging off of there. It's pretty fun. A little more true red. Candy cane red. And then I'll work on my highlights. Jackie, I wanted to ask you where you are. Where is Ushala? Ushala is where you are. Mike asked me where you went, and I was like, I have no idea. I don't know. And then when you said about your son being sick, I was like, I still don't know where she is. Ushala. Tell me where. I want to try not to miss when you answer me. What time is it in Ushala? And do you ski there? Okay, I want to quiet this, and then I'm going to do my highlights, I think. Let me see if you wrote me back. Not yet. Okay, now I can put some, have a sip of my coffee so I can think. Southern Point of Chile. And is it cold there? I need a little more white in my palette. I went through a lot of white in this painting. Where we get on boat for Antarctica. Holy cow, that sounds so cool. What a fun adventure. And do you have your whole family with you? Did all the kids come? Yeah, isn't that a cool adventure? I'm stowing away. And Jackie's, yes. Can I fit too, Michael? I want to go too. I just won't eat for a couple months so I fit. You won't be stowed away in Jackie's suitcase. I love it. We're all friends, so that would work. Now just adding these little bits of pure white gives it that feel that it's wrapped in cellophane. Love peppermint. It's popping now. Barb says, me too, Michael. She is going to need a pretty big suitcase. And I know for sure she's going to have to pay extra when we go through the checkpoint at the airport because it's going to be heavy with all of us in there. Yeah. So cool. So what do you think? Am I finished? Do you think it needs something else? This is the point where it's always kind of hard to decide because it's still very loose and that's what I want. And sometimes if I work on it too much, I'll go past that point and then it gets too tight. It's crazy balance or lack thereof. Sometimes I just love the colors. Me too, Jackie. I love those colors showing through. Oh, you know what I need to do? I know what I'm missing is this little bit of, I don't know if I can capture it, but there's like a little bit of where you see the cellophane off the edge. Let me just bring a little soft line down. I'll do it over here too, maybe. Almost looks blue over here. But is there any spots that look too dark or don't have enough personality? I think I need a little red right here, even though it's not really red on that edge. I think it needs it for definition. I don't know. I think I might be finished. Looks so cute. Loving crazy. I maintained the crazy. I love that. All right. I'm calling it finished because I think if I'm fussing with it now and I'm changing it, but I'm not making it better, which is when I say you have to be finished. Sign it. And I still have a little bit of edge here I need to get rid of, right there. Oh, okay. How fun was that? Yeah, I'm finished. All right, let me take this out. So there's my reference. And there, I'll try and get, you can see all those crazy pops of pigment sticks showing through in there. And then I did use a lot more white, but not a lot of red. I used a lot of these two colors, very little of that. So a lot of the work is done in that under the first base layer. It's just maintaining that as you go through with it all. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will put this up on my YouTube channel, so be sure to go over there and see. I have videos. What did I say? I've been doing this for 5 years. Isn't that crazy? Like, I've been going live, I guess on Wednesdays. I think I started on Thursdays and switched because of Isabel's school schedule or something like that to Wednesdays a long, long time ago. But that shocked me when I was looking back, scrolling back on Instagram. I couldn't even go back far enough. Like, well, I could, but I got bored. So then I went and looked when I started uploading. And I don't even think I uploaded them to YouTube in the very beginning. So, yeah, so there's like 5 years worth of videos over there. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you again next week. It'll be our last one before Christmas, so if you have any special requests of what you want to see me paint, let me know, and I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.